Raya, and we're back. This morning we did a pre-treatment, uh, not a pre-treatment, but like a pre-poo, and we did with the daydream line, but now we're going to style our hair, so I will be gone for the next 7 days. I'll fill up my water bottle. I'll be gone for the next 7 days and will not be able to do my hair. So I am going to set my hair so that it takes time to be able to grow in volume. So I took a break and went to ate and did a little bit of work, and now I'm back to finish styling my hair. So I'm just getting some water in my bottle to get started. And we're going to be using the ENBBA Naturals products today. The ENBBA Natural products today. So this, I'm going to go in. This is just, I wanted my hair kind of damp. So I'm going to go in with a leave-in. And I'm using the Curl Mix Brown Sugar Baby leave-in. So that's how much I'm going to use. It's Babassu oil in it. And just emulsifying that and getting it on here. Welcome to the live. So, again, you see I'm not adding water first or saturating my hair because I want the set to take time to grow. But I do want to put a leave-in into my hair. So I had the water, this bag going to keep as much water in my hair as possible while I went to eat breakfast and do some work. So we are just getting in the product. Don't forget to tap the screen to like the live. So pretty much I don't have any more leave-in left on my hands. And so we're going to go in with the ENBBA Naturals Heavy Hold. So I'm starting with one full pump. I'm going to emulsify that in my hand. Oh, welcome to you from Russia. There you go. So now I'm gonna just put it on like in a ponytail motion. First working up in the base. And then kind of smoothing it in. Kind of smoothing it into my hair. So I'm going to go in with another pump. Is what I'm doing. Working it into my strands. I find that when I don't add water until after, I kind of get the gel on and worked in first. My set takes longer to come on in, Pam. Good. Keep reconnecting. But anyway, I did a daydream set, guys, because I hadn't washed my hair in 9 days. So I needed to do the daydream, and it seemed like that's the first time I ever used it, and I really liked it. So I'm setting my hair because I'll be going to Tampa, Florida on tomorrow, and I'll be gone for 7 days. And I need the set to last for that time, and I don't want to redo my hair. So I'm using ENBBA, but I did use brown sugar baby leave-in first. And when I use the brown sugar, when I use the ENBBA and I want the set not to grow so fast, I go in first with the product and then I add water on top of that. So I promised I would come back and do the styling, even though I've styled with this before, but this is what we're doing. So, hey, Aussie, welcome, welcome, welcome. So earlier I went live and I did a curl mix daydream treatment because I had not washed my hair in 9 days. So I needed to give Raya some love. So now we are styling with ENBBA. And I need this set to last for 7 days. I'll be working, I'll be in a convention center in Tampa. So that is just with the heavy hold added. And this side looks like it needs a little bit more work. Yes, all ENBBA, except I did use Curl Mix Brown Sugar Baby as my leave-in. And up here, I'm probably going to put a little bit of I Create Hold in the front because, again, I'll be going to Florida. And here at home, like if I don't do that, she kind of puffs up in the top. So I definitely need to make sure I do that. So again, this is the hair with just heavy hold from the ENBBA, and then I put water on top of it. So that's what I'm going to do now. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live. And then it's like the water, the product like locks in the water when I do it that way. And I'm taking my time because again, I want this set to last. Oop. I want this set to last me all the time. And this side over here always, I think, needs more love and attention. Okay. You know how when you feel something, you look at it and you're like, something ain't right. You need a little more. And that's what I feel like over here. So. And I'll go back and put the ENBBA topper on, but I just want to get this worked in and let it kind of marinate as I get this all in my hair. So I'm just going to twist that off. And do the same over here. I'll let it marinate together. Got some hair on that clip. So I like, again, to put it on damp hair when I'm using the ENBBA, and I want the set to last. So this is what it's looking like with just water and damp hair. You said, I'm up early. Hi Pam, I finally used up my ENBBA original topper gel, so I have to order more. You say, I've used I Create Hold on Monday, and I used it over Curl Mix Honey Hydration Cream. Did you like that when you did it that way, Aussie? Because I think Curl Mix works well. Like, you can use the Curl Mix as your base and work it with I Create Whole, and that works. Because when I first started using I Create Whole, I would use Heavy Whole as my base and then put the I Create Whole on top of that. Oh, awesome. Did you post your set in See Some Curls? Or I think that's what it's called. If you did, I'm going to go over there and look because I haven't been in there. But if you did, I'll check it out. That sounds like it would have been a nice set. So that is the Curl Mix Brown Sugar Baby leave-in that I just applied. Just working it in. So there's the hair with just leave-in. Now we're going with, okay, so I'll go check it out. And then there is the Heavy Hold. And you have to wait for the next pump to come out, but there it is. So I'm just emulsifying that, getting that. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live. Heart's all jacked up, but it's all good. Just saw some snagged hair. So I just kind of work it in to damp hair. Again, trying to smooth it into the strands. This section up here has more gray and white hair, but it's starting to conform because Heavy Hold don't play. So I'm just emulsifying and then working it in. Because I know that the humidity is going to be off the chain. And I was saying earlier in my earlier live that, you know, I don't have a problem with styling my hair, restyling it, not setting the wash and go again, but I'll style the curls into another style if I have to. Does Avena have a salon size of the original topper? Yes, she does. She does. So this is the size I have, but that's a step down from the salon size, because this is the salon size of the Heavy Hold, but she doesn't have it the salon size of the topper as well. So I'm just working it in. And I'll be on the go, so I won't have time. Well, I don't do my hair when I'm on travel anyway, because I like a hooded dryer. That's my first step. And then I do my Dyson is the second. And I did the Dyson only one time and did not like that, because I get volume so quick with that set that I was like, no, I like a hooded dryer set. So When I set my hair to travel, I try to set it and forget it. And whatever I get, that's what I get. So I keep that in mind when I'm setting it, so I know what I'm trying to do. So we're going in with another, what's the size that you have, because it looks bigger than mine. Are you talking about this one? This one is the 18.5, and this is the topper, if that's what you're talking about. Because this one is the salon size at 37 fluid ounces. That's the salon size. So the other one is 18.5. And I think it's the medium, I think, size. Because I think the first size is the 8. Is it 8 or 16? It's 8 ounces. The first one, that's probably what you have, is the 8-ounce one. I had that one at first. And then I think when she had the sale, that's when I bought the larger size. I didn't buy the salon size of it because I found that I didn't need a lot of it. So all right, so there we are before we add water. You see it's clumping together nicely, and now I will add some water. Doing it this way just works better for me. So for the set that the way I'm trying to have it live. So it clumps even more. You got some hair that belongs up here in there. Okay, so it clumps even more together. And that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the topper, the ENBBA topper. Now that I have the base in there, because normally I put more base than topper. And there is the pumps. Yes, I think I have the 18.5. I have the 8-ounce. I love that gel. It works with everything. Yes. Salon size too big for me, but 18.5. Yeah, so 18.5 to me is the best. Now I know. So I'm just taking that hair loose, looking in the mirror, and this is the topper part, and I'm emulsifying that and add that. It's like a snotty consistency, but so loosely in the ponytail motion, just getting that on. Get it on that half. Get it on that half. And then I'm going to add a little more water still. So we'll twist that up, kind of get that out of the way. And we have all of our gels on the back. Now work on this side. Again, the hair is damp. Have a little bit of water in there. I had my hair up in a little ponytail during my Zumba class. I sweat a lot, yeah. I sweat a lot too, so. But this week has been preparing for my board meeting. Oh, this was the leave-in brown sugar baby leave-in, and I'm just getting on the hair first. But yeah, I sweat a lot in my head too. That's another, thing about washing my hair every 4 to 5 days, so I can, keep my scalp clean. But I tell you that this was the first time I used the Daydream treatment, the scalp treatment, the pre-poo, the clarifying shampoo, and the deep conditioner. Oh my gosh, the smell is amazing, but I love my tingly scalp and all of that. That was the first time I ever used it. But I knew I needed to be kind to my strands since I had not given her any love in the last 9 days. So, yeah. So that's the leave-in. Now we're going in. Oh, I got a little bit of leave-in left on my glove, I saw. Now we're going in with the pump of the ENBBA, the ENBBA Heavy Hold. Work it in. Yeah, so the last, 2 days I put her up in a puff. I had a puff and a bang. And it was time. But again, I fly out on tomorrow, so I wanted to make sure that I did my hair as close to the time that I was leaving as possible. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. You can go check out my earlier live of doing the pre-poo and the Daydream treatment process. Just split it up into 2 different lives. So she's getting there. She is getting there. I think I use more heavy hold than the average person. I just know that this works, especially because I'm trying to, I am trying to make sure I can hold this set the way I want it to live for the next 7 days. Now we're going to add some water to this. I love how the ENBBA is like a heat-seeking missile. It just sucks that water right on up. Oh, and that last time I did put one little small pump of I create hold on this section. So I'm going to go in with one more pump of the ENBBA heavy hold. Make sure I'm laying that hair down right there. And then again in the ponytail motion. Again, this is what I found that worked for me. Somebody said, "Oh, you don't put it on soaking wet hair." Yeah, when I want my hair to grow faster, I put it on soaking wet hair. But when I want the longevity of the definition, because I don't know what I'm up against with the weather and stuff like that, I would rather it to start out as flat as possible and grow slower to give me the volume later so that it'll last the whole time. So there is that. Now I'm going to put some Ember topper on there. There's the one pump that just came out. I think that should be enough. Put it all like in a ponytail motion. All right, so I'm gonna twist it up and kind of let it marinate together and go on. The other side. And see, water is dripping. I don't know if you can see that, but water is dripping out of the bag from, at least it helps to hold in some water. So it's not, my hair is damp. It's not soaking wet, but the ends have water. So there's the hair with nothing. We're gonna go in with the leave-in. Leave-in is on. You're just pretty much doing the same thing all over. It's the heavy hold. ENBBA. Just separating this section. He said, I'm going to post my day 4 hair after my workout. So your hair is damp. Yes, it's damp. It's not soaking wet. So when I wanted to not, have the volume so quickly, I apply the ENBBA to damp hair. If I want to get the volume within the next 2 to 3 days, like I was going to a wedding, I was in the wedding and I wanted big hair, and I did use ENBBA to set my hair. I was going to South Carolina, and I think I set it on Wednesday. So by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By Friday, it was big hair. And I set it on soaking wet hair. And I learned just by, playing with it when I was testing the ENBBA for her, I learned what worked best for me. So one wash, I did it on soaking wet hair. And I did another wash, I did it on damp hair. Then, like I did a combination hybrid, trying to figure out what works best. And I think that's what we should be doing anyway, is just trying different things to see what works best for us. And that's how I stumbled across figuring out how to use the product to turn, based on how I wanted to show up in the world. So, let's just we'll shed here. I said that's good to know. I didn't know it was damp. More definition, mine is always soaking wet, but I'll try that. Yeah. So, when I want more longevity, I do it on damp, and like I said, I start with the damp, and then I'll add water, but I don't start with soaking wet hair. First I'm trying to work it in to get the definition to show up, like on the damp hair. Don't be afraid, like I wasn't using enough. In my opinion, for my hair, my density, I needed to use more ENBBA than maybe what it says to use. Because I think I was like, oh yeah, use 2 pumps. But it works for me, like to start out with 2 pumps and go from there, when somebody else could probably use a pump and call it a day. But you got to figure out what works best for your hair. But so that's what I'm saying. I'm like smoothing and trying to get those clumps before I start to add the water. And when I add the water, I know I'm at the sweet spot then. Just kind of smoothing it. I think somebody else, I just saw recently, because I knew I'd do that. And I know Albana felt like that was interesting that I did it that way, but somebody else said that it works better for them on damp hair as well. So I'm getting there. This is a big section of hair. I mean, I could have done it in smaller sections, but this is just how I'm used to doing it. Do you think it's our gray hair or the density? I usually have to add more gel and water. It could be both. I know for me, it is the gray hair and in conjunction with the density. So the gray hair needs more anyway. That's why I try to tell people, especially when you have gray hair, don't be afraid to use more product, and more water. Don't be afraid, because we need it. We need it. It's okay. So see how she's getting a little bit more flatter? Not all the way, but now we add water. And what I love about ENBBA is it just like absorbs the water quickly. So you see how it's gotten a little more flatter? Just adding the water. You gotta make sure I'm getting the roots to this section right here. That part right there. But sometimes that's why we have puffy roots. We don't work the product in at the root, from the root down. Welcome to the live with Rosa and Raya. So, gonna add a little bit more water. And that's warm water in my bottle. So I think I'm going to incorporate some hold up here in the front. Again, knowing I'm going to be away. as well. And this is my white areas. Taking more time than I normally would take because I know I'm not going to be able to reset my hair. And I'm not taking products with me. I might take a mousse, you know, if I need to turn my hair into something else. That'll be an easy thing to use. Yeah, about it. There you go. And now, this time I'll show you. That's I create hold. And pump. And I'm just gonna smooth that in. I'm not gonna put any more than that over there. And I'm gonna put a little bit of water. I'm gonna hold likes water. Alright, so that's getting more where I want it to be. And then I'm going to add the ENBBA topper. There's the topper. All right. This ENBBA topper is in here. I'm just going to open it up and make sure I got it on the inside as well. And then let this marinate together. While we put it in on the, whoop, it's another piece of hair. While we put it in, so we'll have some time to marinate while I start to style that back section. Again, this is damp hair. I'm going in first with, let me just do this, whatever was on my hair. My stylist uses acrylic as a base when she does my hair. This is Sweet Spirit League. Okay, yeah, I have never, I think my stylist, when she would use hold, she would, not the Sweet Spirits, but she would use set, the daughter one. You know what I'm talking about. Uncle Funky's, there you go. But very little, because my hair, when they use that Uncle Funky's on me, when she uses that, it takes forever to dry. So, and then she would go in with hold. But she would mix stuff together too. So that's where I also got the confidence to start to mix things together. But I'm scared to use I create hold like it's a total base, because it guess you just got to use a lot of water. I find it makes my hair stiff if you put too much. Oh, it lasts about 2 weeks? Awesome. Yeah, but does it move? Like, that's the thing. Does it move? I like movement in my hair. I create hold too much of it. I don't get the movement. Um, after 3 days. Okay, it's on par for what I was like, man, however you said it, that way it's gonna be for a while. So she said after 3 days. Okay. But that's why I do incorporate it. I've even incorporated it, like here and there, um, today, but not enough for it not to not move, but in my opinion, enough for it to help with the humidity. But ENBBA is going to help with that too. Oh, Wanda, please share when you do. Let us know how that worked out for you. I love how we can share what works for us and what, like encourage one another to try different things. Since we're all in this gray boat together. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, this is the Florida set. So I want to make sure that it does all the things and that I don't have to do anything. So you see, as I'm continuing to work in the gel on the damp hair, it you start to see, the definition. And we haven't added our water yet. Okay. You live in Southern California and it's really humid. It's rarely humid there. Okay, I got you. So I think I can start to add my water now to this section. Trying to make sure I get it to these ends as well. Yeah, we're dealing with this humidity on the East Coast. No joke, no joke. I did add Yes, I did. I added the ENBBA topper over there. So I'm gonna add some I Create Hold. One pump like I did on the other side. Her hair is kind of so long. I know, right? Oh, clearly not much rain. That's why you're fire prone. Okay, I got it. Yeah, it has grown so much. She has. But I may have to do, guys, pause and do another live because I find that when I allow this to sit a little bit, it even helps even more. And I just saw a message come through. So I'm dealing with work stuff too. Something I need to be able to get done, which is fine. Wanted a little water right here. So this has the I Create Hold, as well as the heavy hold. So now we're going to add some of the ENBBA topper to this section. So get off that extra. Put this ENBBA topper on. I think I'm going to do one of the Dana's numbers. I'm like, I don't know what has happened to her, but she just grew out of nowhere, in my opinion. So I'm going to, normally, no, I don't let it marinate before going on the dryer, but I want to marinate before I set it. So what I'm going to do is I'm twisting this up so this can marinate, right? Then I'll come back. I'll do one more live where I'm styling her. Just, you know, like, because sometimes you got to add more product. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to, now that the product has been applied to all the sections, I'm going to take about, let it marinate for about 40 minutes or so. About 40 minutes tops. And let it do its thing so that all that, those juices can be in there. Let's see, I'm sorry, I was chatting. I chat so much, my nickname. Chatting at me. I hear you, it's all good, it's all good. So, I'm going to do that, and I'll come back in about 40 minutes or so. I don't know what time it is. It's not telling me what time it is, but in about 40 minutes, and I'll put a little, I'll schedule another live for about 40 minutes so I can style her. So I knew I was going to take time today to do whatever I needed to do to get my hair in the shape it needs to be in, especially not washing her in the last 9 days. I need to not, it can't be a quick set because I need to make sure it lasts through the Florida humidity and all the things that I have to do. And I'll be right like by the, what is it, Riverwalk. That's water, you know, like, so yeah. Just need to make sure I do other things. So I'll be back. You're too young to remember that, though. Janica, I do remember. But okay, so I'll be back in about 40 minutes. All right, guys. See you in a bit. Bye.